Hi everyone, welcome to this Facebook Live this Tuesday afternoon, How to Fall in Love with Prospecting. This is for network marketers, but for anybody who's scared of things and would like to learn my self-coach method, Real Conversations, how to go from problem to solution in minutes. That's what this is about. I am Bess McCarty, founder and coach with the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers, making network marketing simple. Today, I'm coming to you wearing the hat of a body-mind therapist. I've been called the shrink of MLM because I can help people. I have helped people, many people, hundreds of people, get from stuck to breakthrough very, very fast. Very similar to what Tony Robbins does. It's not hard. I'm going to show you my secret today in the process called Real Conversations. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Hello, Adrian. So glad to see you guys. I'm going to wave to you. And if you're watching the replay, I love if you type a replay in so that I can thank you. Also like to hear where you're from. So who would like to learn a self-coach method to get unstuck in minutes? It's called Real Conversations. And I'm going to give you an example of it in just a minute. First, I want to give you, with my own personal story, first I want to give you an overview of Real Conversations and what it is and why it's so cool, why it works in minutes, literally minutes. So hello, everybody. Hello, welcome, Adrian. Oh, my goodness. Adrian, I'm going to quote you in a minute. I'm going to tell a story. So, Real Conversations is my self-coach method. I discovered this 20 years ago when I was working through my own blocks where I would get stuck and working with students and working with clients. And I said, there is a pattern to this. It seems to follow the same pattern every time. It seems to be in 4 steps. There's a problem or challenge that people run into. And then secondly, there's an emotion under that. And then third, there's a need under that, a valid need that people have that's hidden and we need to uncover. Then we find the solution to that need. So this is how you walk yourself real quick from problem to solution in 4 steps in minutes. You identify the problem, and then you identify the emotion under it, and then the need under that. Once you find the need, then you can solve that need, because every problem is really an unmet need. Every problem or negative emotion, uncomfortable emotion, is really the sign of an unmet need. So we just find that need and meet it. And hello, Raquel. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Payman. So glad to see everybody. I'll wave to you all here. Okay. And thank you for being on today. I'd love if you're watching the replay, if you could type in replay. And I'd love if you know someone that could benefit from getting unstuck. Specifically today, I'm going to talk about how to make your calls. When we feel reluctant, and I'll say we, even me too, I'm not in a network marketing company now, but I was full-time for years. Right now, I do make calls about my teaching, about the teaching and the classes that I do. So I'm going to speak about that today because it's the same thing as making calls for your network marketing business. So I'm going to tell you a story about that in just a moment. Hello, Melissa. Welcome. Oh my goodness, so good to see everybody. And I whoopsie, set up my camera a certain way here. If I can get it back here. Sorry about that. Homemade setups. Are you going to stay? I hope so. So, going to, I'll just hold it. Okay, going to share with you a story today that illustrates the lesson. But first, would like to tell you a little bit about the 4 steps. You're not going to stay up here? Goodness. Excuse me a minute. I do want to get my hands free there. Okay. Good enough. Don't touch the camera, Bess. Okay. So, Real Conversations. No matter what the problem in your business life, relationship, health, or anything like that, always has these four components on working through to a solution. And that is that you identify the problem. I'll explain a little bit. Like it might be typically in network marketing that you're not making your calls or that your team is not producing. Second, you identify the emotion under that. Could be frustration, anger, disappointment, discouragement. I say discouragement might be the number one enemy of network marketers, or maybe anybody. So you identify the emotion that's under that, because that emotion can often lead you to the need that's under that. Now, the need is often hidden from us because our programming as children said, no, you don't need that. You're not hungry. You're not tired. Stop crying. You don't need anything. We're often shamed for having our needs, especially as kids, right? We might be shamed for wanting attention. We might be shamed for wanting support. If our parents are busy, it's kind of easier to shame us than to explain, that we need to wait for their attention. It's easier to say, oh, you don't need that, or you're bad for wanting my attention. You just want attention. So we're bad, or sometimes made bad for needing what we need. And then we start denying our needs. I know a lady who would give herself a bladder infection because she didn't allow herself to stop work to go to the bathroom. Or if we need love, we might eat instead, because it's maybe not okay to need that love, because we were told as we were kids, you shouldn't want my attention, you shouldn't want love. And there's healthy ways to meet every single need that there is. A little later on, I'm going to read you a chart. I won't bore you with that now, but I'm going to read you a list of needs that we have. First, I want to tell you my story. And by the way, when you find that need, then you just find a way to meet that need in a healthy way. That's the fourth step, the solution. So 4 steps: the problem, the feeling, the need, and the solution. That is how anybody can self-coach themselves through any problem in minutes. If you get stuck, that's when people call me and say, hey, I'm too close to the problem. I need an outside person to see this, or somebody who's experienced can help me find out what the need is. The need is really the hardest part of this steps, because it is buried for those reasons I mentioned. So we have to be kind of a detective and dig down and uncover that. Starts with permission and compassion, loving ourselves enough to have these needs. So in a little bit, I'll read you what these needs are. But first, I just wanted to tell you my story so that you can get a clue as to how this can be used. And specifically today, it's about not making your calls. So I could call this today, here's why. The title of this could be, here's why you're not making your calls. And the solution I put in the title is fall in love with prospecting. And I'll tell you how this happened for me. Even though I've been a full-time network marketer for many years, and even though I've been in the network marketing field for 40 years, I'm that old, and even though I know how to make the calls, recently I ran into my own call reluctance, my own resistance to making calls. So not for network marketing, but for a class that I'm teaching with my partner Jeff Gamble on teaching network marketers how to. It's a class for network marketers. So I have a goal to fill this class and help as many people as I can. And so why? And I really believe in it. We have the best teaching that I know of anywhere, because as a teacher of the MLM Millionaire Club, I am committed to bringing the best to my students. When I met Jeff and discovered what he was teaching, I said, oh my gosh, I have to rewrite everything, because this is the best that I know, and I'm committed to bring the best I know to my students. So after a long conversation with him, I said, well, you just disrupted my whole curriculum. But I have to rewrite it because I want to bring the best to my students. So what he had that I love is a script and a method that always gets a yes, fits all personalities, is duplicatable, is easy, it's indirect, it works with all ages, all influence levels. It's real simple. So he teaches this script and this method, and I put this into my book, which I had already booked called Always Get a Yes. So I put this in my book. and asked him to speak on the club calls. Now we're end up teaching together. So we have a class on Sunday nights, and I would like to fill this class. And I wanted to make a lot of calls about it. So I believe in it. I know it helps people. I've had experience with it helping people. It's helped him to recruit over 500 people frontline, etc. He has this whole track record with this method. So I really believe in this method, and I want to make the calls. So why, at this age, after all this experience, do I have call reluctance? So I had to do real conversations with myself and say, well, what is it that is holding me back? So I said, okay, number one problem, call reluctance. Number two, feeling. It was a fear. And what was the fear about? For me, it was a fear that I could not maintain that level of selflessness to put that much attention on other people all day long to make these calls to fill the class. And I had an attachment to getting people in the class. I have a goal. How many people I want to get in the class? I want to get a goal. How many people I want to help? So I had, I guess, 2 blocks. My fear, like, can I be that selfless? Because I'm still working with that. I know that selfless service is the way to go, but sometimes I still have my own agenda. Like, I want to fill the class. I want to help this many people, and I get attached to that agenda. So I'd say that my need was service and to let go of my agenda of filling the classes. Can you relate to that? When you're doing your network marketing calls, you might have an agenda. Well, what's wrong with me? How come I'm not getting a lot of people on my team? How come I'm not getting a lot of recruits? What's wrong with my team? How come they're not producing? This picture's not right, and we get attached to the results, don't we? So my need that I uncovered was the need for service, more than to service and focusing on the people more than my own agenda, my own goals. So I am telling on myself here. Maybe it can help. Maybe it can help the next person who's facing the same thing, and to not feel bad if you face this. I talked with a top earner the other day, and he said, "Bess, I'm not making my calls because of fear." I said, "What? You?" So I'll tell you this can be reoccurring. This can come back. If it comes back, if you're new or you're old in network marketing and it comes back, don't feel bad, is what I'm saying. We're human. We have ceilings. We have limits. We face our human selves all the time, and so I'm working on that selflessness. And hi, Kathy. Glad to see you. I better not touch my phone anymore. I'm glad to see everybody here. I'm glad you're here. Love if you type in replay if you're watching the replay. Love to know where you're from. Love to hear if you've felt any of these things, experienced any of these feelings. So the 3 steps again are problem, under that, need, under that, problem, under that, emotion, under that is need, under that is solution to meet the need. So how did I meet the need? Well, I sat down and I recommitted again to service and said, I may not do this perfectly. I may not, be 100% selfless, but I'm going to give it my best, and I'm going to talk to these people from my heart. And life gave me a couple messages. One was on Facebook yesterday from my friend Brandy, and it was Gary Vaynerchuk saying, remember, kindness has a period after it, not a comma. That you don't look for something to follow your kindness. You give, and that's it. And I got another message listening to my spiritual teacher about a story about a man who was advising another about, don't worry about pressuring people or any of those techniques. Just come from your heart. Let them know what you have and really care about the people. So I thought, okay, that's what I need to do, is forget about my agenda and the outcome and just share with people. And I began to see myself as I visualized myself like I wanted to be, even though I know I have my humanness as my selfish pockets and everything. I envisioned myself as totally focusing on the people. It's all about them. And I remembered what a teacher said, Byron Katie, she says there's three kinds of businesses. There's my business and your business and God's business. Stay in your own business. Don't mess around in other people's business and God's business. So I thought, okay, then it's God's business. Whatever happens, the people that join the class or not, or whatever comes of my conversation with them, that's not my business. That's really their business and God's business. My only business is to offer what I have to the person, right? To offer the class, to offer them a chance to know about it and to hear about and learn about it and then make their decision. So get my agenda out of the way. I only have one agenda now, and that is to make this available, to educate, to let people know, to offer it. That's it. After that, it's not my business. Then I could succeed every day, right? Instead of, because I'm just offering all day long every day about the class. And whatever happens is not my business. Does that help anybody? That attitude was so fun to have that I began making my calls like crazy and having so much fun reconnecting with old people, old students and clients and friends, and letting them know what I had now. Nearly all of them fell in love with what I was talking about and wanted to get into the class immediately. A couple people said later, or no, I'm not in network marketing anymore, or I'm settling in from a move, check me later. But nearly all people were very, very interested and grateful. And some of them blew me away, gave me chills. It was last night that one of them said, I was praying for something great to happen today, and your call is it. And it just about brought tears to me, because I got to be the answer to someone's prayers. And that happened to another friend who made his calls, and he said he was getting a lot of no's and a lot of discouragement, until one lady said, you are an angel. You are the answer to my prayers today. And that gave him the courage to keep on going and facing the other discouragements. So the people that I talked to, I had so much fun because, again, just a half an hour ago, a lady was overwhelmingly grateful to know about this. And the other night, the same thing. These are people just, they say, oh, this is perfect timing. This was meant to be that you called right now. It's exactly what I need to build my team. And I've just been flooded with this gratitude. And thank goodness I let go of my own agenda of filling the class, and I was able to shift to focusing on the people and their needs. And that was my only agenda then. So I'm still very, very touched. This is what I'm here to do. At the end of my life, I will know that I did what I came here to do. I meant to bring my dog's little toy to show you, because he shows me every day that it's the process, not the product. It's the fun of the chase, not the product. I have this little toy. It's a little tiny cow with black and white spots and wiggly ears and everything. And every morning we exercise, because I want him to he's 15 years old, but he looks like he's about, 5 or 10. He's on a good diet, but also we exercise every day and he gets lots of love and everything. So I throw this little toy because I want him to get aerobic exercise every day. And I want to welcome, hi Sarah, hi Nadia, hi Jim, hi Kathy, and Jeff. Yeah, happens to all of us, Jeff said. Thank you for that. I know I'm not alone. So my little dog's toy, to give him aerobic exercise every morning, I sit on the floor, I throw this toy across the floor and it bounces kind of, and he runs after it. And we do this for 5 or 10 minutes till he's tired. But he runs and gets his toy, and what does he do? He didn't keep it. He brings it back to be thrown again. He lets go of it to be thrown again, because his joy is chasing the thing, running after the thing. That is fun. And I want to do it again and again and again. It's not the goal, staying there and keeping the toy to himself. He brings it back so it can be thrown again. So it's the chase. It's the joy. It's the process that he loves. Can we equate that to making calls in network marketing? I'm having so much fun making the calls now, what I was reluctant to do, that I hope the class never fills or that we have room for infinite number of people. I'll say that. Let me say that. Because I want to keep making the calls. I'm having so much fun in the process. Whereas before, my goal was to fill the class, my agenda, the goal. Now my goal is the process of enjoying it. So I have fallen in love with prospecting. Maybe this can help someone else. Now, if you have another challenge in your life, you can still use the Real Conversations for all of that. It can be a challenge. They say there's 3 areas in life, right? Health, wealth, and love. So it could be with career, with work, or it could be with your health, or it could be with relationships. The key to it is finding the problem, the feeling under that, and then finding the need under that then you can meet in a healthy way. Since we've covered in the past Facebook Lives the problem, we spent one day on that, and then we spent one day on the feeling that can be under it, which was last time. This time is about the need, the 3rd step. Next time will be about solutions. But right now I would like to read you, it might be boring, I don't know, but grab a paper and pen because I would like to read you the list of needs from my chart that I put together. This is the 4-step chart for Real Conversations. This is the problem, the feeling, the need, and the solutions. And you can get this chart. I'll put a link in the comments where you can get this, and a radio interview that's an audio that walks you through these 4 charts and how to do it, and some email lessons that you can get to journal along and learn how to do this process for yourself. You can journal these. So today I would like to read you the box number 3 about needs so that you can understand what these needs are that are often hidden from us, and we have to be kind of a detective to find them out. So I'm going to read this, and as I do, see if any jumps up at you and resonates with you. Maybe you want to jot it down. Okay, so I got these needs from my own life, from my own work with my clients and students as a body-mind therapist, and from Abraham Maslow and other people who have written lists of needs. I put them in here. This is the most complete list of needs that I've ever seen anywhere in history on the internet. So I divide them into 4 categories: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs. And I'm going to read these to you and just see what today you need. It's a good idea to ask yourself, even several times a day, what am I feeling? What am I needing right now? What am I feeling right now? What am I needing right now? And there could be multiple answers. Can even be conflicting feelings. Could be I'm happy and I'm also sad. I'm happy to see my son and visit my son, but I'm sad because I know we only have a short time together. So feelings can be mixed, and so can needs. We can have several needs at once. Maybe you're hungry, lonely, tired, need sleep or whatever. It could be all those things. So the needs that I'm going to read you are valid. They're human. Guess what? We got them all. We got all these needs. Like if you go buy a plant and it has a little sign sticking up out of the plant that says this plant needs this much water, this much sunlight, this much fertilizer. Those are needs the plant has. They're not bad. The plant's not bad for needing food or sunlight or water or fertilizer. And neither are you bad for needing the things that I'm about to read. You're human, a human plant. You come with these things. This is your sticker of the things that you need. You're not bad for them, even though you might have been shamed for them as a child. You're not bad. We all need all these things, and we should know our needs. See? Sorry. Phone again. I'm just going to hold it here. Need a better solution, don't I? That's what I need. A better solution for my phone. Okay, we're almost done. Thank you all for hanging in there and watching. I just want to wave to everybody here. Sarah, Nadia, and Brian, welcome. and Nancy and Kareem. Just want to say hi to everyone watching. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you for having the courage to work on yourself and the courage to help other people with your network marketing business or whatever your business is. So I'm going to read you these needs. They could be physical. Remember, just jot them down if one of these is stepping out to you. And I'm going to take questions in a little bit too. And I'd also love to hear your insights, your wisdom to share about any of these topics or any question about network marketing. I'll take questions in a minute. So I'm going to read these needs. Physical needs could be for air, water, food, rest, shelter, exercise, touch, being around nature. Those are all things that we have a good feeling, well-being, when we're around them. I know I went swimming in a lake one time. It just felt so good all the rest of the day. Oh my goodness, just being in nature. Other needs could be, hello Jordan. Hey, so glad to see you. I'm going to give you a wave there and welcome everybody that's here. Jordan Adler, good friend in network marketing, one of my mentors, wrote Beach Money, as you all may know. Learn from Jordan, follow Jordan. Okay, so more needs to be met. Emotional needs can be for love, affection, warmth, compassion, assurance, support, trust, stability, security, safety, and encouragement. Now, if any of you follow Tony Robbins, you've heard him speak of some of these needs yourself too. Tony boils them down to 6 basic needs, and I expound on those a little bit here. Some more emotional needs, and see if any of these resonate with you. Some more emotional needs could be interdependence, cherishing, play, celebration. When you achieve something in network marketing, we need celebration as much as anything, right? So hopefully your upline, family, friends can celebrate with you. We need expression of our emotions, and we need self-esteem to make our calls, etc. So all of these things. Now, ways to meet these needs. If you're not making your calls because of low self-esteem, you don't feel safe, scared to make the calls, one of my suggestions is to look in a mirror and say to yourself, I am valuable and lovable, even if people don't buy my product or join my company. Even if they say no, I'm still valuable and lovable, and I'm still going to keep offering to people. And what I have is valuable to offer too. So that would be under the esteem part and the safety part. Okay, mental needs that we may have are attention, acknowledgement, recognition, acceptance, consideration, appreciation, understanding, empathy, respect, honesty, autonomy, competence, confidence, learning, we need to learn, and validation. Sometimes we don't make our calls because we don't have the confidence. Sometimes that confidence comes from not having the skills. So in that case, the need would be to get the confidence the solution would be learning the proper skills. And that will bring confidence up. Sometimes confidence comes from making the calls, from just go ahead and doing them, and learning that way as you go. Giving ourselves acknowledgement. Yay, you did your 2 presentations a day. Giving acknowledgement to yourself. By the way, these needs can come within ourselves. Sometimes they can come from other people, but I always like to think that I can give myself my own understanding and empathy and respect. And if I get them from other people, that's extra. That's a bonus. That's a cherry on the cake. But we can get these from ourselves and our higher power, or if you like to use the word God. These emotional, mental, and spiritual needs can come from our relationship with our higher power, as well as from other people too, which I think is the higher power working through other people to love me and reach me. And when I serve others, I imagine I'm serving my higher power. So the final category of the needs, I just read emotional, mental, and physical, emotional, and mental. The final category is spiritual. And so spiritual needs that we may have is divine love, connection with the higher power, guidance, being, beauty, harmony, inspiration, order, balance, peace, serenity, integrity, authenticity, creativity, spontaneity, meaning, self-worth, renewal, responsibility, to belong, to contribute, community, cooperation. If we don't have these things, we might feel lonely, or we might feel that our life is not meaningful if we don't have a mission, a purpose, or that we're contributing to life. So that's where making the calls and helping people with the service attitude satisfies these very much for me. Like, wow, my day was worth something. I got to help some people. So that would be my need to belong and to contribute. And authenticity, being myself, being creative. I have to come up with new ways to reach people, to bridge to their understanding, right? That's part of being creative, being to bridge to the people that I'm talking with and help them to connect. And it helps to know the 4 personality types here. I like the DISC ones, DISC, or any method that helps you to understand yourself and the person you're talking with and make that bridge. So that allows me to contribute and to have my spiritual needs met this way. I hope this gives you an idea of how you can do real conversations for yourself to solve any problem, from problem to solution in minutes. And I use today making your calls because that's such a common one in network marketing. Getting your team, motivating your team is another one. The feeling could be, inactive teams could be the problem. The feeling could be frustration or discouragement. And the need might be to find better ways to lead them and train them. Gee, I'm going to put in a plug here. The ways that I know to solve that are Jeff Gamble, my co-teaching partner, and I co-host a noon Eastern time, MLM lunchtime leadership shows. And we help people to become a better leader so that you can motivate your team. This is that show is about how to be a better you and how to motivate your team. So we invite you to that. It's Facebook Live on the Facebook group. MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show is the Facebook group. You can go there and request membership, then I can add you, and you let other people know they can do the same thing. So we teach these leadership shows, and then on Sunday nights we teach the basics class that I mentioned in the beginning. It's the 10 Core Commitment Basics, quick start for network marketers, for you and to help your team get going. We teach these on Sunday nights. That's the story that I was telling the class that I'm letting people know about, that they're so happy to know about. I'll put the link for that. Now, if you would like your own chart of the real conversations and the audio and the lessons, I will put a link for that too. I hope that this helps. Any questions, anybody? I would like to hear your questions, insights, tips, your own wisdom. You guys are kind of silent out there. Where are you from? Where are you watching from? Just so I know you're there, I'm going to put your favorite emoji in there so I can know you're still with me, you're still present. Did you get something from today? Do you want to put your favorite takeaway from today in there? I'd love to hear that. Do you have a tip that you found how to make your calls? I'd love to hear that. Remember that if you get stuck anywhere, use my Real Conversations process. See if that does it for you. So you won't have to waste and get stuck, and you won't have to waste a day, a week, a year, years, not building your business, reaching your dreams, and helping people. If you get stuck anywhere on there, please private message me, and I will offer you a complimentary coaching session, and we can get going on it and help you to have that breakthrough. So, Jim Bailey, getting back to it. Thanks for all the ideas. Hope so. Hope this inspires people. Any other comments, questions, tips about this, making calls, or anything about network marketing? I also coach people with relationships and health and everything too. So please feel free to private message me if I can help you. I will help you enjoy the link to get your own Real Conversations lessons and chart. I hope you check out the Sunday night class, because it's cool. It's good. 10 core commitments we teach that Jeff Olson created, author of The Slight Edge. These 10 core commitments that you must do, all the important stuff you must do to get your team successful. It's worked for decades for multimillionaires. It'll work for you too if you work it. Adrian, lead with the spirit of helping others. Exactly. That's what I came up with, and maybe that's your takeaway that you're leaving for us. Thank you. The spirit of helping others. And let them, it's not our business to see the outcome. Like the seed sower, right? Jim Rohn, seed sower, the parable of the seed sower. You just sow the seeds. Most of them aren't going to come up. Most of them are going to eat by birds, blown by wind, washed away by the rains, fall on rocky ground. But some of them are going to come up. Some of them are going to hit the fertile soil in the right conditions, and it'll be the right timing for it. And we're just little old seed sowers. That's all. That's our job, right? The rest, nature, the winds, everything, if it comes up or not, that's up to God. But I can guarantee that a certain percent will. That's guaranteed. Thank you, everybody. Any lasting comments, thoughts, questions? I love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for the people you reach out for. Thanks for facing yourself and having the courage to get better, to become better people, like the people who've been attending our leadership shows today. We're just so grateful for those, because I know those are people willing to take some interesting looks at themselves. Not always easy, but they're getting better. And thanks for reaching out to people. Thanks for helping others. We'll see you on the next Facebook Live. Every Tuesday, 2 p.m., we go into some aspect of network marketing. The next one was going to be the step 4, next Tuesday, step 4 on the chart, the solutions to needs. Cool. And then we're done with the Real Conversations. See you then. Everybody, thank you for joining so much. Take care. Bye-bye.